And on this day, back in 1945, there were wild celebrations in our streets for the end of World War II. Today is Victory in the Pacific Day, also known as VP Day.
Yeah, it marked the end of hostilities in the Pacific. This was the Prime Minister, Ben Chifley, in 1945, his speech to announce the end of World War II.
Fellow citizens, the war is over. The Japanese government has accepted the terms of surrender imposed by the Allied nations, and hostilities will now cease. The reply by the Japanese government to the note sent by Britain, the United Nations, the USSR and China has been received and accepted by the Allied nations. At this moment, let us offer thanks to God. Let us remember those whose lives were given that we may enjoy this glorious moment and may look forward to a peace which they have won for us. Let us remember those whose thoughts, with proud sorrow, turn towards gallant loved ones who will not come back. On behalf of the people and the Government of Australia, I offer humble thanks to the fighting men of the United Nations, whose gallantry, sacrifice and devotion to duty have brought us the victory.
Then Prime Minister Ben Chifley, lest we forget, almost 1 million or 1 in 7 Australians served in the armed forces during World War II. Many were engaged, of course, in the Pacific War. And tragically, you read these stats and there was not a family in Australia who was not touched by the heartbreak of World War II. More than 39,000 Australians died as a result of their service, 17,000 of which were during the Pacific Theatre of War. Some 66,000 were wounded, 30,000 were taken prisoner, around 2/3 of those by Japanese forces. It's an incredible story, and commemorations happening in Brisbane and, of course, in other spots around the country and in the garrison city of Townsville in North Queensland today. It's 20 to 8.
Today marks 80 years since the end of World War II, when Japan accepted the terms of surrender. Almost 1 million Australians served in the conflict and more than 39,000 died. Reporter Megan Danzy filed this report from Townsville, where veterans are gathering for commemorations.
Veteran Leslie Doc Sinclair is 100 years old, but he still remembers the day word reached his camp that World War II was over.
And about midnight, we could hear them coming back, and they were yelling out, "The war's over, the war's over."
Camped in the seaport city of Balikpapan in Borneo, Doc Sinclair was just 20 years old and remembers being flooded with relief as celebratory concerts broke out.
And I said to Freddie, "Thank Christ for that," and that was it.
9 o'clock, Wednesday morning, August the 15th, 1945, and it's peace. Peace at last.
It's been 80 years since Japan's Emperor Hirohito accepted the terms of surrender, sparking joy around the world.
Peace at last. And Sydney goes wild in serious celebration of the long war's end. Perfect strangers kiss perfect strangers as the news comes through.
Today, Doc Sinclair is among 7 World War II veterans gathering in Townsville to commemorate the moment. He'll be remembering one of his best mates, shot beside him just a month before the surrender.
I'll never forget it. I heard just one crack, and I said, "Jesus, that was close." I looked, Jack was down. I had to keep going. He was dead before he hit the ground. One of the nicest blokes you'd ever meet.
The anniversary is being commemorated with events throughout the country. RSL Queensland President Stephen Day estimates there are 1,000 living World War II veterans in Australia.
I hope in another 5 years' time, when we have another milestone commemoration, that there are some around. But, and if you were 19 when you joined at the end of the war in 1945, the simple math says you're 99 today. And not many folks live much beyond 100. I hope there's some left, but this could be the last one.
103-year-old former fighter pilot Roger North will be the oldest veteran in attendance at the commemorations in Townsville. He escorted Blenheim bombers across India and Burma.
One day we were escorting these bombers, and just as they were approaching the Japanese occupied airfield, 2 of them collided. They just burst into flames, and it was a sad sight. All I saw was one fellow drifting down in a parachute. The rest would have been killed.
Despite all he lost and witnessed during the conflict, Doc Sinclair does not regret his service. Today, he's appreciating the opportunity to remember his mates and gather with those that remain.
There's only 2 of us from our battalion. I mean, I'm feeling all right. The doctor says I'm going okay. Just take it day by day.
100-year-old World War II veteran Leslie Doc Sinclair, ending that report by Megan Danzy. And that's AM for today. Thanks for your company. I'm Rachel Mealy.